Welcome, pardon me, to the WhymsicalWyvern's channel. I stream weeknights on Twitch, and I move my VODs to YouTube, although I'm a week behind right now. So, there's that. I'm trying to put out my notification. But I'm trying to mentally be where I want to be tonight. Maybe a little more challenging than usual. Hi, Kenny. I thought you finally died. Wow, that's really thoughtful. Thank you. I love that you dream of me kicking the bucket. Whimsy lady, what is it, Kenny? I haven't read the Seribot yet. Seribot is here. How many seconds are in a year? 12. January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd, April 2nd, etc. Except what about the 20 seconds? Huh? You're wrong. Sorry, Seribot. Fail. What is it, Kenny? Right. What about the 30 seconds? Okay, which month has a 30-second, Kenny? You help me out there. Also, that's a joke from yesterday. I know Seribot's been super duper lazy lately, but then Seribot totally banned someone that popped on yesterday, so there was that. So I forgave Seribot, so we're good again. Seribot's my best mod, you know. All months have 30 seconds. Wow. So what's leap year? All right. I have 3 questionable beverages in front of me. Let's randomize this. You have no idea what's in front of me. Shall I go with A, B, or C? What's a leap year? Sounds like something Chinese frog does. Second one. Okay, kombucha it is. Mango kombucha. Hi, Nameless. Oh, wow, that's actually really good. She gonna die. How are you, Nameless? I'm doing okay. I was just dumb. May the mango be with you. I clicked on a video. I was early. Get back to work, man. Doing awful. Today was terrible. I'm sorry. PC ain't gonna buy itself. Basically, I made the mistake of I was running early. I had everything set up. I had my whole computer set up, everything. And I was just waiting to be closer to 6 o'clock. And I saw a video on my YouTube feed. And I'm like, been going through songs and scrolling. And I saw somebody that I knew is usually pretty funny. And I clicked on them. And it was a really heavy video and it made me cry. Ended up watching the whole stupid thing and now I'm late. But I'm here. And I'm happy-ish. Nothing personal. I would prefer dying than going back to work today. Too much trouble and dumbasses. Ugh, describe the video, then why you cry. That's not what this video is about. As for Nameless, I'll tell you about my work day. Then what are you waiting for? I'll get there. So, Nameless, I had to work with somebody I don't like working with today. And I warned everybody that I was going to be very unhappy if this individual screwed up my workstation while I wasn't around. And I got back, and all of a sudden, every single supervisor waved, was really sweet to me, and left. And I'm like, what's going on? I see it now. So I go to my workstation, and it's like write-upable offense. And I'm like, that's why they all took off. They knew how angry I would be. At least they all knew it wasn't me. But, yeah. So I get it. I get it. But I didn't kill anybody. And literally everybody cleared out of the facility until I had left because they knew I was going to blow up. And I don't blow up. I never blow up. But this was... I really can't say more than that without being doxy, but this was special. This was on a special level. So I said, fine. I'm out of there. Wow, Whimsy, I can't believe you were so irresponsible with your workstation. Oh, screw you, Kitty. Just screw you. Well, I almost killed 3 to 4 people. You almost killed 3 to 4 people today. Oh, that's nice, Nameless. As for the video, I'll be honest. I don't talk about political stuff here, and I don't give opinions on where I am or where I'm not. But I saw a video by somebody I normally don't watch directly. I watch reactions to. Yay, I'm so proud of y'all. Killed them willing, that is. But it was a shoe-on head video. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just pop in and see what she's talking about today. And I'll finally give her, like a like or something and support because I've liked some of the videos that have been reacted to of her. And I think she's just a thoughtful person who's trying to navigate the world. She's having a tough time dealing with some of the events of the last week as somebody who's politically on a side that's behaving in a way she doesn't feel great about. So I just sympathized. She's a young mother and she's really facing some tough thoughts on what she believes and how she feels. And she shared that, and that's a powerful thing to do. But beyond that, I mean, I'm not saying yay or nay. I'm just stating I can sympathize. She's a human, and I respect that she's being a human in this moment in time in history. And I love, Kenny, that you're not. You are more skillful and more human than us all as a fish, and you go blub blub, and yep. You're an awful person, Kitty. Do you know that? Yeah. So, viewers galore, I have several videos. Uh-oh, it didn't work. Oh, crap. I had it all set up. Everything was showing up. Come on. Lamau, no, it's okay. It's for all shids and giggles. Yeah, I know.
All right, here's the deal. My wife dragged me into a hobby.
Why is YouTube reactions not working? Rob. Well.
Welcome to another edition of this.
Okay, now it's working. I only get to be serious at work. Fair enough. I don't blame you one bit. So we have AJ Wilkerson, the autistic comedian, came out with something, a new special, like today. So I thought that could be fun. We have This Old Crack House, which is always fun. Artifact smuggling and tax avoidance with the Hobby Lobby, which Kenny requested last week. Yes, it's Thursday, blub blub. Hi, today is reaction time, only to get serious at work. And then we have Uwu Labs barrel aging the worst drinks possible with ultrasonic infusion. Things like pickle juice and other things. I don't see the description. The desk chips taste sweet. Apparently, he eats his desk. Barrel ages part of his desk in this. You want Uwo Labs? You got it. All right. We save that for when Tomas comes. Well, what do you want right now, Kenny, Mr. Opinion? And what do you want, Nameless? You're only going to be around for maybe 5 to 10 more minutes before you crash out and sleep. I might as well do what you want first, Nameless. You pay for the privilege of falling asleep as I start streaming. Yeah, I think that's fair. Nameless might have already fallen asleep. Oh, I don't really care, to be honest. Anything is fine by me. This is really good kombucha. I'm wondering if they're lying. It was on like clearance. Nobody wanted it, so I'll probably never be able to find it again. It's normally like $4 or $5. I think I got it for like 50 cents or 75 cents. Maybe it was because it was about to be expired and it's past the point of kombucha, if you catch my drift. It's really good though. It's got kids these days don't care. All right, the humorist then. The comedian. Okay. What's the name of drink brand? Better Booch. It's Mango Delight. I had one other one by these guys before and it was nasty. So this one has mango, sencha, elderflower, and native symbiotics, whatever the flip that is. I don't know what they're saying. Oh, here's the actual ingredients. This is what matters. Kombucha tea, cane sugar, sencha green tea, kombucha, elderflower, orange peel, mango. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, comedian, freaking language barrier. No, it's okay, understood. Oh, BB? But whatever. You can call it BB if you like. All right, let's head over to the comedian. It's called Doctor's Note.
The rest of it out completely because they start having a conversation
Yes,
with themselves.
that's it, Kenny.
And they go, "Oh my God, that poor sweet autistic angel." I say, this poor sweet baby is doing his best, but bless his heart, he's slow. No, the fuck he's not.
I'm sorry. Oh. I've heard that word for word. I'm sorry. Pardon me. All right, let's try again. That's how I imagine Night laughing. I could see that.
Did you not hear me say?
You didn't hear anything? Oh, crapola. It says it's working. I can go back. Why? So, Kitty, you're just laughing at me laughing? You... Oh, my gosh. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. I heard him maybe... Nope, volume a bit low. Okay, hold on. Let's try this before I play with it more, because it says it's... No, I don't see it on desktop audio. I don't see it showing up. There's a setting here. Frick. No, it's not the volume. I just kicked up the volume too, and I shouldn't have. Let me pop it back. Let me fix this. Give me 1 second. Okay, please walk me through the microphone fixing. Right, I went to settings.
How is it broken?
They can't hear what he's saying. So the computer one isn't going out. But mine is working fine. So it's not capturing him.
Click on it. The window, the thing that says the brave.com. It's you. Just click on the new one. Now try.
Hey, ADHD?
Can't hear it now. They should hear it now.
That's so weird.
It's because the old one stopped working. It stopped being able to recognize.
But this was the new one. Also, hi, Hedge. Imagine it's me, not they. I don't hear Whimsy. Try punching it. So how do you think I heard his laugh? Okay, thank you so much. You can hang out in here. You're in space. You're swinging in space from the moon. Woo! Uh-huh. All right. She's gone. Okay. I can start over because that feels mean. You've only missed like 30 seconds. Oh, all right. Let's try this again. 0. Here we go.
Most people hear autism and they tune all of the fucking rest of it out completely. Because they start having a conversation with themselves in their own heads and they go, oh my god, that poor sweet autistic angel. I say, this poor sweet baby is doing his best, but bless his heart. He's slow. No, the fuck he's not.
I love that. He's not slow. He's like on hyperspeed. That's got to be where he's going. Exactly.
Him's not slow at all. Did you not hear me say ADHD? Being slow is not my fucking problem. My problem is that you're all fucking slow.
Yeah.
I'm not slow at all. I'm the fastest fucking boy in this room.
I'm in the green room and I go, fuck, are they calling?
Obviously, this just came out. I have no idea what they're going to talk about or say or curse words or anything. So if I have to move away from it, I will. But I thought it would be funny. And he's 1,000% right. Yes, there's developmental delay, but holy cow, everything moves so fast.
My name, and they're like, no, you still have like 15 minutes. And I went, what? And they're like, oh, he's destroying. He's just fucking murdering. And it was so loud. It was so loud that I was like, motherfucker.
And you were like, dude, I've been doing this a long time, and I've never had an opener get pops that big in an arena before.
The only person that I'd ever witnessed that with, I swear to God. And listen, if you vote for me, I know you're like, well, hold on, I've crushed Bert. I'm telling you, there's only 2 times that I remember. I'm not, no slight to anyone.
I agree with him too.
You and Shane Gillis.
How are you doing, Utah? You Mormons are louder than I thought you'd be.
What?
You guys enjoying the show so far? Good, because I fucked up. Mistakes have been made, okay? And I'm an over-explainer, so fucking I'll start from the beginning. Hi. Hims has a social anxiety disorder. Meaning anytime a room full of people is all staring at me all at the same time. till all of my fast twitch muscle fibers fully activate. Because my brain has me convinced that you all are gonna turn on.
Yeah, I reacted early on to his video where did I? You know, maybe I didn't. But he was on Unsubscribed Podcast and he was talking about how he got into doing this. And it was actually really cool. That's how I found him, actually, way back like a year or so ago. But he's really good at this. He's really, really good at this. And he's very, very funny and very witty. And Florida gets to claim him. He's a Florida boy. And but can you see him sitting in a desk being an accountant? I know I can't. This is a good job for him. I love supporting this by even just watching it and sharing it.
Me? And I'm gonna have to fight my way out of here. So who's first? Did I? I'm like, this specific stem is related to public speaking. Dude, I've had comedians in green rooms be like, hey, how come you aren't doing the finger tappy thing back here? And I go, back here? I know 5 of the 7 people in the fucking room.
Yep. I can function.
Rules apply. We ain't strangers no more. Dude, I know them, and according to Captain Autism, I know the other 2 of you can't fucking fight. Dude,
I could see him being an inflatable airman too. Oh, that's so bad. I love that he makes it work for him. I think that is so awesome.
I'm not in vibrate mode because my brain has informed me that I am safe and you are the one in danger. Dude, like the only time I'm ever not in vibrate mode in any group discussion or conversation is when my brain is scanning.
He is. He's definitely killing it.
Informed me that I don't need a warm up to choke anybody in that motherfucker. But dude, outside of public speaking and socializing, I have different stems. Dude, outside of public speaking, like out in the wild,
Yes.
I have different stems. I don't vibrate all the time. That's why it's called vibrate.
This is what I love, is this is how we talk about it. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Dude, I have different modes. Dude, like out in the wild, I have different stems. Like I will hum to myself, I'll rock back and forth, I'll foot tap, I do little dances when I eat foods I like. It's adorable.
I'm sorry. He can't hurt me. I'm not worried about him. I could take him down hard. It's fine. All I have to do is scare him enough to get him stimming, and I could take him out in half a second. No problem. I'm safe from him. Besides, I got a pass from the autism crew. They can smell it a mile away. They smell all the autism I live with. And they know they're safe with me. I'll have random autistic people of every age come up to me in various places and know that I am the safe place in the area. And I'm just like, thank you, Lord. But I really need to get to the store. You got me helping them, but who's supposed to help me get out of here? Yeah, I'm not worried about him. He's a sweetie pie, though, I can tell.
Do I have an incognito mode where I'll put on noise-canceling headphones and I turn into Kanye West, but like not like Kanye now, like 2008 Kanye? Like...
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I have something in my eye. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I've been able to go anywhere without. Let's just say my beautiful, beautiful Progeny always have noise canceling headphones. The only question is whether it's big ones that people see are little earbuds. And usually there's no music or anything. They just literally turn the noise canceling on so they can handle the store. This is hilarious because you said you didn't know what a Waffle House was, Kenny, when we did that one.
Yeah, not Jews are bad, Kanye. Dude, fucking, you can't tell me nothing, Kanye.
Okay.
But that's not my main stem. My main stem out in the wild, dude, is I have an oral fixation.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
Oh, indeed. Dude, fucking... eyebrows. Dude, I have a clinical oral fixation.
Yeah.
I live my life out there by fucking toddler rules. If it fits in my mouth...
I hate that I understand that. I hate it.
It's how he learns about his environment. I chew on everything. I bite my nails. I chew on my straws, vapes, pens, pussy, all of it.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Chris. That was such an interesting place for you to pop in. How are you today? You don't get it? You might be more normal. It's okay. This is a comedian. Oh God. I'm moving on. Welcome.
So I chew sometimes when I have regular anxiety, and sometimes I have regular anxiety about knowing that I'm gonna have social anxiety. And we had a whole ass show before this one, and I was just here the whole time. So there was like a whole hour when you guys were still getting in here, where I was just sitting in the back, just chewing and puffing away. And then there's already been another 30 minutes of show where I was just chewing and puffing away. Up until about 4 minutes ago when they said, hey, we just lit Dusty, you're on in 2 minutes. And I said, fucking... Wrong fucking vape, dude. Why are you laughing? I said it was an accident. I fucked up, okay? It was an accident. Dude, you ever accidentally gotten violently high? Huh? You ever done that? You ever been halfway to having a good time and then suddenly on the way you're like, wait, hold on a second. I forgot. I'm terrified. Of me. You ever been high? You ever been so high you're like, fucking the call's coming from inside the house? I was that high approximately 7 minutes ago.
7 minutes?
But luckily I'd already taken my Adderall today, so fucking Captain Autism kicked in and was like, fucking, we gotta do something! But I was already chugging that Red Bull right there, and Captain Autism said, bitch, wrong direction. Yeah, so we refilled that Red Bull can right there with ZQL, and now we're all fixing to play a game.
Oh my gosh.
And this has been my public service announcement to you. Welcome. Yeah, we're all playing together. No, we're fucking not. I came out wrong. Dude, autism snuck that last part out past the censors, and now I have to re-explain myself. Dude, no, we are not playing together at all. Dude, I gave none of you ZQL. Not a single one of you, dude. Fucking, this is not a Bill Cosby show.
Oh my gosh.
You're all safe, dude. I'm not.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sharing my drugs with any of you.
Oh gosh.
You can share your drugs with me.
Oh my gosh.
All of my drugs are prescription strength. And I am not a doctor. Never even played one on television. Dude, I just have a doctor's note. And technically speaking, I have a stack of those bitches, dude. I got a cabinet full of doctor's notes because I have autism and ADHD and social anxiety disorder and regular anxiety disorder and a phobia of public speaking. And what's fun about all of those things is that all of those things scissor. All of those things scissor inside me. The issue I have with that is that most
This one? I can try.
people hear autism and they tune all of the fucking rest of it out completely because they start having a conversation with
You're right. He's like not laughing at all. No, the one you can see the face. Huh. Wholesome humor today. Very wholesome. Very wholesome. Only polite language for all ladies and gentlemen here today. Hi, Dragon. Oh, my bad, G. Hi, D. Hello, C.
themselves in their own heads and they go, oh my god, that poor sweet autistic angel. I say, this poor sweet baby is doing his best, but bless his heart. He's slow. No, the fuck he's not. Him's not slow at all. Did you not hear me say ADHD?
Dragon, do you need me to put subtitles on? I didn't even think about that. And I haven't seen Lemus for a while. He's probably sleeping. But let's see. That might help. Because he talks really fast. I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. Alright, let's keep going.
Being slow is not my fucking problem. My problem is that you're all fucking slow.
He's not as fast in this spot, but he definitely speeds up at times.
I'm not slow at all. I'm the fastest fucking boy in this room. Dude, I'm so fucking fast. I'm currently the third highest I've ever been in my life. And 2/3 of the way through a Red Bull can.
Now, if only Artie had subtitles when she goes on a speed rant. Oh, heaven help us all. I'm not gonna lie. In those moments, I don't want subtitles. I want earphones.
Filled with ZQL, and I'm still so fucking fast, I'm having to purposefully take extra pauses between my sentences so you all can keep the fuck up with me.
She speed rants. Sometimes she rants on Minecraft at 200 miles per hour. If you catch her on a tism, heaven help you. It's either slow or 80,000 miles an hour.
You might be the fastest fucking boy alive. He's just got an overclocked processor and an out-of-date communication system.
That's right.
Processor's burnt to shit. GPU runs slow as fuck now because I've had all of the apps open the whole fucking time. No one told me I could close any of those just to know my processor doesn't work for shit, dude. Like, my brain can't.
I bet he's got his internet browser up on his phone too, and it's got about 50,000 things too when they're all running to.
Triage information. Like most of you, as you like wander around throughout your days, your brain is processing the world around you and highlighting the important shit and sending that to you first. That way you don't walk out in front of a bus.
Yep.
Now my processor doesn't work, so my brain doesn't know how to triage the information. So
That's
my
right.
brain sees it and goes fucking
Bus or leaf? Ooh, jump from the leaf in front of the bus. That'll be better. I had to clear my 200 tabs on phone. Oh my gosh, 200. Kenny, I didn't think anybody was worse than me. You've just made me feel good.
I hope somebody tells him about that bus. On top of that, dude, my brain doesn't pick up on context clues anymore. Like most of your brains, if you're just casually hanging out with a friend watching a sporting event or a real...
Okay, tell me the truth. Does anybody believe his brain ever caught on to context clues? I wish someone tells him about that leaf. They don't need to. He sees everything perfectly clear at the same time. He just doesn't know which thing to pick as important. He sees the leaf. He sees the grain of sand out of place 200 yards away. He sees the person across the street and over the field. He just can't decide. I remember small VTubers a few years ago always complained about lag and stuttering on her streams. But then her viewers found out she always kept over 900 tabs open on Chrome. What the flip? Okay, I'm bad. I'm really bad on my phone. I usually try not to let my tabs get over 50, and then I'll be like, no, I'm going to be good, and I'm never going to have more than 1 or 2 tabs open. And then I may or may not. I never let it cross 100 yet. Bro is Ebert Thon. Or Yobert Thon. Alright, here we go.
Housewives or the Epstein trial or whatever. And your friend starts talking to you and you're not really paying attention. If your friend's like, hey, can you like really listen to what I'm saying right now? Because this is important.
Also, I think he can understand social cues.
You just proved my fucking point, okay?
I'm not saying he can't understand them at all. I'm saying I don't think he understands them differently than he did in the past. He has not lost an ability to understand social cues. I think he's where he was. I don't think he's devolved. He's just saying it to be funny.
Your brain all heard what I said, picked up on the context clues, and all of your brains locked the fuck into what I was saying. And when you have that happen in real life, dude, your brains lock in, fucking pay attention, and at the end of that conversation, your brains just email you the cliff notes, and...
Yep.
Fuck you, dude. I'm not getting the cliff notes or the condensed version of shit because my brain can't triage the information, so instead it's just emailing me a 400-page PDF. Every 3 fucking minutes. And I'm not even getting the alerts that I have a new email because I have a bellsouth.net fucking email address. And surprise, your boy was born with dial-up.
By the way, he said dial up, not dialogue.
I'm not good at making small talk with other people. I'll be fucking in some hotel in Provo next to some father of 3 waiting for the elevator, and they'll be like, fucking, I'm coaching my kid's Little League team, and I'm like, fuck you and those kids. But he didn't hear me say that because I was looking down, so I said it to my feet. And then I get on the elevator, and as soon as the door's closed, he's like, attempt number 2. Dude, fucking weird weather we've been having lately, isn't it? And my brain immediately goes, fucking, we don't know the weather! We gotta connect to the network! And then I'm trapped in a 6-foot square steel box with another person, and now I have to fucking look them in the general face area. But somehow not the eyes. and pretend like I'm listening to what the fuck they're saying to me while the inside of my brain goes fucking. Conversation's over. I guess I'll read that report tomorrow. So that's how my autism works. Except I told you earlier, I also have ADHD. Which means I don't always have to use the dial-up network. Dude, fucking, sometimes I get to use the good internet at my stepdad's house.
I love that he's comparing it to internet. That's so awesome.
Exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Fucking some days I wake up and I have a direct connection to one of those fucking Starlink satellites, and on those days I can fucking log in and learn everything there ever is to learn about fucking anything that's ever existed.
Yep.
About one thing. You get, you actually get one thing. You get one Google search. Okay?
Yep.
I can lock in for 14 straight hours and learn everything there is to know about fucking Texas Hold'em poker, dude. But as soon as I open a new tab and I'm like, whoa, about 7-card stud. No 7-card stud. You're burning that satellite up in the atmosphere, dude. But high-speed network is focus-based.
Yep.
It's a lot like fucking. Do you remember being like a senior in high school? Do you remember being in high school and trying to have like phone sex with your high school sweetheart?
What?
On a landline?
What?
And you remember your fucking high school sweetheart will whisper something sexy into the phone like, oh, I'm almost finished. And then your mom will pick up the phone in the kitchen and be like, what's going on? And you'd be like, fucking, hang up, I'm trying to do something! And
Oh, I understood what he was saying, Kitty. I would just be like, not everybody did that in high school, but that's okay.
And it didn't matter how quickly your mom got off of the phone. The instant you heard your mom's voice, like the moment and your erection were just already gone. That's how my attention works. And that's why I'm not good at communicating. Because my brain will just switch networks back and forth whenever the fuck it feels like it, and every time my brain switches networks, it reformats my communications.
Yep.
Do you ever spend a full 40-hour work week designing a fucking PowerPoint presentation, and then when you go to present it, you fucking open it on an Apple computer, and you're like, fucking, what is this? Isn't even in English anymore! That's what my brain does when I talk to people, dude. So, dude, there's never been a time in my entire life where I've delivered a message out loud to another.
I have a joke I have to keep to myself. Kenny? That's your decision to make, hon.
Person the way I originally wrote it down in here. That message gets lost in translation, dude. Like, the best way I can describe how I communicate with people is fucking make some noise if you're familiar with Paul Revere. That was not enough of you, dude. How many of you are familiar with fucking historical figure Paul Revere? Not to be confused with the Beastie Boys song. No, dude, anytime I'm trying to communicate with other people, fucking picture Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. If they got him drunk first. Like, imagine if the...
Because I know if you and you start up problems, so if it's gonna mess up again, I figured it was about time for it to mess up again. And I was being...
No, we're good. Mwah. Your brother's gonna want to watch this one. You'll laugh too. Love you too, baby doll. Oh my gosh. I never heard of him. You never heard of Paul Revere? One if by land, two if by sea. A famous silversmith who changed history.
Founding fathers got old Paulie boy completely plastered. Dude fucking blindfolded him, spun him around a couple dozen times, gave him first crack at the pinata, dude. And then imagine, like, midway through swing number 7, if fucking Thomas Jefferson suddenly ripped his blindfold off and George Washington tossed him the keys to a Ferrari and said, Paul, get to Boston. Tell them the British are coming. Nah, that message ain't making it to Boston, my boy. Dude. Couple problems with your Paul plan, dude. First of which, being Paul's so drunk, he thinks Boston's a person. So now he's in the yard trying to fight him. Dude, Boston's on the front yard throwing haymakers at invisible enemies going fucking, you tell Boston, you can come out here and catch this ass whooping, dude.
I remember a few years ago, somebody tried to say how Paul Revere was completely made up and not a real person and blah, blah, blah. I mean, we know where his house is. We know his family. We know everything. It's not like this is 2,000 years ago. So, the argument died pretty quick when somebody's just like, you know, all this silver stamped from Paul Revere. I would believe that person. You know, you can dispute maybe what happened or how, but he was a real person. And everything else about him turned out to be true. Oh my gosh. All right. You would believe the person about the silver or the person that he didn't exist?
There you go, talk him down and be like, Paul, shut the fuck up. Hey, you can't even fight like that. Dude, anyone in Boston could beat the shit out of you, including the women and children. Is why we need you to go to Boston, Paul. We fucking need you to go and tell people who can actually fight that we need people who can fight. Because the British are on their way to fucking fight. Dude, so Paul, fucking lock it in. Can you go to Boston and tell them that the British are coming? And fucking Paul Revere grabs him by the shoulders and looks fucking Thomas Jefferson right in the eyes and he goes fucking, I'm gonna do this for you, TJ. I'm gonna do this for you because we're best fucking friends. That's why I call you TJ. Fucking, I'll do it because you asked me. I wasn't gonna do it for George. Fuck you, George. Well, fuck him. His hair's not even real.
Have you ever seen the list of alcohol that they had? I think it was to celebrate the signing of the Constitution. It's insane.
You think that's crazy? Why don't you give us a big smile there, George? You old wooden-toothed bitch. I don't like him, TJ. I don't know why we hang around with him. We're fucking in the prime of our lives, dude. We're like 23 years old, and look at this ancient bitch with fucking spittle and splinters in the corners of his mouth. Well, why don't you take another nap, George? Fucking, how old are you, 30?
He's really thought hard about this.
Anyway, fuck George. I'm not gonna do it for him. But I'm gonna do it for you, TJ. I'm gonna go to Boston, and I'm gonna tell everybody in Boston about how the British are about to come all over us. said. And Paul Revere's like, shh. I hear you loud and clear, good buddy. The British are about to come in all of our faces. And you need me to go tell our good friend Boston all about it. I'm gonna go to Boston and I'm gonna tell Boston that the British are sending seamen straight down our throats. I'm gonna do that for you, TJ. But before I go, I think I should tell all of you my secret. I'm gonna tell you all the secrets. So fucking before I leave, everybody gather in. Fucking bring it in here. Fucking huddle up. Don't act like you don't know what the huddle is, dude. Of course you just want a bunch of men hug, but it's not gay. Even though we sweat each other in the butts, it's not gay. Love you, TJ. What was that, TJ? Right, they don't know what the huddle is because football hasn't been invented yet. That's my bad. I got into Ben Franklin's medicinal cocaine earlier and I jotted down a couple business ideas and forgot I hadn't shared those with the group yet. Anyway, everybody fucking get in here and grab each other by the back of the neck like we're all gonna give each other head. Just fucking get in here. I love you, TJ. Fuck you, George. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Boston and I'm gonna tell them about all of the British come. Before I leave, you should all know I've been drinking. I've been drinking and I'm real good at it. And also, you guys should probably know I don't know how to drive a Ferrari. I don't know how to drive it, but it's fun to say though. Fucking Ferrari. Shut up, George. I don't care if it's pronounced Italian. Gay. They didn't know we couldn't say that yet. Anyway, I don't know how to drive a Ferrari, dude, or any other automobile, because they haven't been invented yet. Exactly like football. TJ, high five. Best fun.
Frenchie mentioned? Shh. Is Frenchie really Italian?
Friends. Fuck you again, George. The automobile hasn't been invented yet, fellas, and this isn't just a regular automobile. This is one of the most advanced automobiles ever invented. And there's currently no one alive who fully understands how to operate it. But I will do my best. And bless his heart, Paul always does his best. It takes him 45 minutes to even get that car started, but once he does...
Oh my gosh. French Italy, potato, potato. Got it. I think they're slightly different, but you know, that's okay.
He gets real cocky about it. He's like, hey, George, I think you pronounce it like it sounds. Then he immediately stalls it out and takes him another 7.5 hours to figure out the clutch and the gears. But once he does, he fucking sputters off out of the driveway. And every time I just fucking wave him off like fucking, we did it. And not once have we fucking did it. Not once in my life has that message been correctly delivered, like, to the appropriate person, time, place, or volume. This message gets fucked up every time. By every time I fucking launch one off, my head hits the pillow at night like mission accomplished. And then I wake up the next morning, and before I can even pop my eyelids open, I see a news broadcaster projected on the inside of him, and he is upset. And he says, breaking news! Paul Revere was found early this morning in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, after he flipped his Ferrari on the freeway. And I'm at home in bed rubbing sleep out of my eyes going, fucking Fort Walton Beach is nowhere near Boston. What's happening again, dude? Also, he flipped my Ferrari? And the news broadcaster is still going. He's like, when first responders arrived, Mr. Revere was on fire, screaming, the Spanish are here! The Spanish are here! They're coming inside us!
No.
You guys were here for the whole reenactment. We did not tell him to say that. That is not the message we gave him to deliver, but he's out there delivering it. And now I gotta go talk him down again, but this time I gotta do it in front of the fucking news crews and the SWAT teams and have to be like, Paul, shut the fuck up. Look around, Paul. You see the snipers? This is a Harambe situation. Shut the fuck down. We are in danger. No, I know you're right. I've been to Fort Walton Beach, Florida. I know the Spanish are there. I didn't ask you to say that shit to anybody.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hey, this is not where I needed you to be, Paul, and that's what my brain will do. It'll just deliver the fucking wrong message to the wrong person at the wrong place, time, and volume. And long story short, that's why I can't work in the office anymore. And I need you all to know that's not a decision I made. That's a decision I was informed of. Dude, because I've had regular jobs, dude. I've had awesome jobs that I love. Dude, but my last regular job was 9 years ago in an AT&T call center. Dude, why is that funny? Dude, I kicked ass at that job, dude. I was good as fuck at that job. Until one day, they came and pulled me out of my cubicle and into a real office with fucking walls. And these three dudes sat down at the table across from me, and the one in the middle said, so, you're like a really intense guy. And I said,
Oh.
I didn't know you noticed. I didn't know you guys were like watching me. I don't like it. And he said, neither do we. So we don't like it one bit. But we feel like we've come up with a solution. He said, we feel like the best way you can put that intensity to use for AT&T is from home. And then they sent me the fuck home. But they were very clear about this. They didn't fire me. They said, we can't fire you because that is a hate crime. They said, we'd have to have multiple real good reasons to fucking hate crime you like that. And you haven't given us enough. Dude, he's like, we've been listening to your calls for months, like the FBI, dude. But we heard last week you talked a 93-year-old Korean War veteran into flipping around his DVR and pushing in that little red reset button on the back with a paperclip. And we honestly don't know how you got him through that alive, but we think you should be studied. Just not fucking here. We don't want to see you here anymore. In fact, why don't you take this headset and this bathrobe and why don't you clock in and just never fucking come in? Can I do that? And I said, yeah, I could do that. And I did. I sat in my house for the next 4 years just getting weirder and weirder. He's in there in isolation getting weird as fuck, dude. Dude, I was in my house so long alone, I decided I needed to make a game out of it. So I was like, oh, I'll pretend I'm an astronaut on like a space mission. And I had to stop pretending because that shit got too real. Dude, yeah, this shit got too real. Dude, I was one.
Yeah. I don't think this part's funny. But I'm glad he can laugh at it now. We can switch to something else. We can keep finish. This is long. I didn't know how long it would be. It's over an hour. We can keep watching this. Thoughts?
Through my living room one day and I put my hands on the glass on my window and I said out loud, I'm not gonna be the same when I get back down there. And I was right. Because I happen to be somewhat self-aware about how my autism and ADHD impacts me. And in my experience, my combination of autism and ADHD means sometimes my brain is a dick. To me. You ever get bullied by your own consciousness? Hey, did I?
Ooh, I don't know. This is getting heavier. Ah. I know. I agree, Kitty. I might finish watching this one on my own, but we can watch more together. I
Dude, I will. Dude, if I don't use a specific skill set or piece of information for a long enough period of time, eventually my ADHD will kick in my bedroom door drunk like a bad roommate at 3 in the morning. And like, I know you're sleeping right now. Oh, I need more space for song lyrics. Someone just get this shit out of here.
Yep. I've seen better acts. He's not acting. Lost. He's legit autistic and he's very funny, but he's gotten a little oversharing from the letter W. Mm-hmm. Bloop. All right. I'm trying to finish this story, but I might have to clock out of this one. Anyways, I'm just here to say hello. Well, hello, Lost. To spy on me.
Apparently, at some point during.
Oh, if you want a video, I could give you one. I've got a whole stack of videos. I mean, you can tell me another one. This was so hilarious. And now he just, yeah.
Astronaut mission? My
Nah.
ADHD decided it was time for us to go through a second Creed phase.
Oh, gosh.
And apparently.
Well, it's not a list exactly. I have tabs. So we have this one. This'll crack house, artifact smuggling and tax avoidance, barrel aging the worst drinks with ultrasonic infusion. And does that bother you, Lost? Does the direction matter? I'm going to take this a little bit further, not far, and then I'm hoping he gets out of the house. And then I'm going to probably go to artifact smuggling and tax avoidance. There's a reason why stand-up comedy is meant to be short and sweet. I'm just saying that it's a horizontal list. Yes. It is. I think this is where if you're someone who takes care of or loves somebody who's autistic, it's a little sadder when they talk about stuff like that. But everybody autistic I know would probably still be laughing right now. Just take my words matter of factly, pretty please. I think you mean matter of factly. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and get him out of the house.
When that happened, my ADHD accidentally deleted my saved game in Human Experience. You just permanently deleted thousands and thousands of hours of communication skills and practical experience and XP. They're just gone forever. And as soon as I realized it was all gone, I said out loud to myself, I said, I'm fucking trapped here. I'm never gonna see any of my friends ever again. And at that exact moment, my ADHD showed up and said, fucking, hello, my friend, we'll meet again. It's been a while, where should we begin? And I said, why don't we start where you deleted my fucking social skills, Scott Stout? Why don't we start there? You deleted all of my social skills and fucking, we meet again, but who the fuck am I gonna meet ever again, Scott?
Whimsy is getting the disabled guy out of her house. We're singing. Yeah, his singing isn't his best. I think this is where our attention span is. I agree. Speech to text. No, you're fine. All right, let's go to artifact smuggling. It sounds like Lost Chan out of tune. All right. I promised you this at the end of last time, Kenny. So if you don't still want it, speak up. But this is the one you talked about wanting last time. I tabbed it for you at your request.
Lobby, and I was in that store for all of about 30 seconds before I knew they were up. All right, here's the deal. My wife dragged me into a Hobby Lobby, and I was in that store for all of about 30 seconds before I knew they were up to something. So I go home, I look into it, and what I found is so insane. I wasn't even mad. I was just impressed. All right, look, if you don't know, Hobby Lobby is the biggest...
Hold on. Haha. Oh, but it's auto-generated. I don't know.
arts and crafts chain in the United States. Technically, Michael's has more locations, but Hobby Lobby makes way more money, so I'm calling them the biggest.
He might show pictures. I like Hobby Lobby, actually. But it's like a big, giant craft store. And they still use sticker tags. So, like, if I'm shopping there, I'll go through each item on the shelf to find an older one to get a cheaper item. Because they don't, like, change the sticker tags. So if you have a sticker tag in the back, it might be less money than the sticker tag in the front. I kid you not. I've got deals that way more than once. And you get to the front and they honor it every friggin' time. They used to have a really good, the best selection of cross stitches. I like cross stitching. The older ones are better. Well, it's craft stuff. So if let's say I'm buying a cross stitch, right? And the one on front is $20. Maybe there's one in the back that's 12. Maybe not. So I look for one with an older price because typically the older prices are cheaper prices. And things will sit on the shelves too. They will put, I'm not a crafter person, but they will leave something on the shelf forever. Like, it could be 20 years if it didn't sell. It still has shelf space. And then when the day comes that it sells, then they give that shelf space to something new. What about quality? I've never had a quality issue with their stuff. If they're selling it to be cheap crap, they're very open about it. And if they're selling it to be more quality, they're open about it. I mean, they're usually pretty honest about that stuff. So That's another thing that's nice about them. I got a sewing machine there for the kids once that was it was like a third of the price it was supposed to be anywhere else. But they had a tag on it and they had a sale X% off of that item. Goodbye, Dwagon. Have a good meal. And they gave me that percent off of that old price tag, and I was very happy lady. All right, here we go.
Last year, they made $7.9 billion selling knickknacks and arts and crafts supplies. On top of that, they pay their employees $19.25 an hour minimum wage. On top of that, they donate 50% of their profits to charity, and then if you Google them, you find out they've been involved in more high-profile scandals than a Kennedy family reunion, including smuggling religious artifacts into the United States and
Dwagon, nobody knew you were still here. Why you announced leaving now? I'm sad. Yeah, I kind of feel that way a little bit, but he did say that it was helping him to have the subtitles. That's why I popped him on again just in case he was still hanging out. He normally doesn't care, so I thought it just might, be a day. All right.
somehow turning them into a massive tax write-off, and we're going to get into all of it right after word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Supremacy World War III, a free online PvP military-based strategy game. It's based on a World War III type scenario where you can pick your country or you can pick a state inside of the United States because, well, let's face reasons, they have B-2 stealth bombers and I don't want the smoke. I mean, I'm going to fight them eventually, but
All right. Are you guys on commercial or did your commercial end? I'm getting a note that it's like commercialing. Whimsy might have liked that game. Actually, it looked really pretty. Why? You want me to go look at that game? Corrales plays a lot of really, really pretty ones. I just can't afford most of his games. We could look at some, though. Anyways, I'm out of here. Okay, bye, Lost. Thank you for popping by. I guess you don't want to know the conspiracy theory about Hobby Lobby. Alright, are we done with the... It's okay, I know what I'm not wanted. What do you mean you're not wanted? Nobody told you to leave. Oh. We're just okay with you leaving if you don't want to hang out with us anymore. I don't care about it if he leaves, however. That's because you're just going to go to his other stream. But I'll be sleeping when he streams later. This is my only chance to hang out with him. Hi, Tomas. Yo, girl, how you doing? I'm sorry to be late. You're fine. Hello, Lasana Worm. All right. We are now learning about artifact smuggling and the Hobby Lobby. It's okay. I'm out of here. Tomas became my replacement. Oh, llama, drama, lost. Oh my goodness. Are we going all angsty today? What's with it? Is the moon in a weird phase? I'm fine. Whimsy next vid is the drink one. Oh, heck yeah. We on.
From the top, let me set the scene for you so we can go on this voyage together. Wife drags me to a place called Hobby Lobby. It's in what appears to be an abandoned Kmart. We take 2 steps inside the door, and in my head, I'm thinking, okay, this is clearly the knick-knack / gift shop area of the store. They've done what a lot of other places do, like Cracker Barrel, museums, tourist attractions. They have the little gift shop knick-knack area right by the doors so they can upsell you on the way in and the way out. That makes sense to me. Never really seen it in a department store.
That's one of my main traits. Angsty lost 43. I'm always angsty. What do you mean? Moo, hoo, hoo, moo. Okay, this is a massive store. We don't have the touristy section, but
so that's kind of unique.
That's fun.
Whatever. So we continue walking through the store, and I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, this knick-knack gift shop area is enormous. And then we keep walking. And we keep walking, and the knickknacks just never fucking end. They're everywhere. And then it dawns on me, the entire abandoned Kmart I'm inside of is one giant gift shop. And this
the middle part is all decorative items. I go around the outside. But if you need an interesting shaped mirror or an odd sized clock, it is the place to go.
Point, the logical side of my brain is
I
like,
don't
there's
normally shop
absolutely
for
no
stuff
way.
like
So I
that.
start picking up the
Woo!
pace. I walk every aisle. I walk the entire store, progressively going into more and more of an existential crisis, because there's absolutely no way that an abandoned Kmart full of knickknacks is a profitable business. But that's it. It's the whole thing. It's nothing but knickknacks.
Okay, it is the only place I know of where you can still get consistently. Do you remember those balsa wood, like it's like a step up from a paper airplane? Thrift shop, but more abandoned niche. Okay. Like they consistently have those, and they even have the twisty ones with the rubber bands, so you can let your kids make those. And it's just nice. Nobody sells that stuff anymore, but they sell all of it.
So I just stop in the middle of an aisle. I pull
I
out
mean,
my phone.
my kids
I
aren't
Google,
little
how much money
anymore,
does
but when they
Hobby
were
Lobby
little,
make
I
annually?
liked that.
$7.9 billion last year. There's no fucking way. I've walked the entire store at this point. It's just knickknacks and arts and craft supplies. That's it. The entire store is literally an elderly.
That's what I'm saying. They're not kids anymore. But when they were little and I wanted to get them stuff like that, or like a wooden car for them to paint up and sandpaper or whatever, as if all her viewers has kids. I'm saying, if any of you are ever hanging out with a niece, a nephew, cousins, kids, grandkids, I don't know how old you are. I don't know what your family situation is. Maybe you got to babysit. It's cool to know that that's a place where you can obtain old, cheap, fun toys that you kind of have to make yourself. That's what I used to like it for when my children were small. But like I said, we don't go hardly ever, maybe once in 5 years anymore, because there's not a big reason to go anymore. My children aren't little anymore.
The world's biggest garage sale inside of an abandoned Kmart, and somehow they're making a shit ton of money. At this point, I'm thinking like, okay, they're selling drugs out the back door or something. There's no way to logically explain this. So I get back together with my wife. She's got all the knickknacks and shit that she's buying. We go into checkout, and I'm standing in this check.
Mud and sticks was toys. That's awesome. But you gotta have mud, Kenny. You gotta have mud.
Out longer than I'm standing at the DMV. There's like 3 people in front of me. It takes fucking forever to get through this checkout line. So I asked my wife, I'm like, what is taking so long? I don't understand. And she's like, oh, Hobby Lobby always takes forever to check out at because they don't use barcodes. They have to type everything in by hand.
Yep.
9
THD03.
T.
Okay, now at this point, I'm having a full-blown panic attack because I know that barcodes came out in the late 1940s because they were inspired by Morse code, and some dude that worked on the Manhattan Project invented them right after World War II. And now it's 2025 and we're not using them inside of this store.
That's what makes it more fun. Step 1, find mud. Okay.
There's no fucking way. I am 99% sure I died in a car wreck on the way to Hobby Lobby, and now I'm stuck in knick-knack purgatory. Okay, then I take a deep breath. I'm like, okay, I think I'm alive. Okay, there's got to be an explanation for this. And I'm like, oh, obviously they're selling drugs out of the back, so it makes sense that they want to make checking out at this store as difficult as possible because they don't actually want to sell any of the fucking knickknacks because that's not how they make money. They make money off selling all the nose torque out of the back, right? So they're not going to want to sell the knickknacks, so that's why they make it as difficult as possible. Okay. It's got to be what's going on. So I finally get to checkout. Very nice elderly woman there being my cashier. She's very polite. She's very friendly. I start full on interrogating this woman. I'm polite about it, but I'm like, do you like working here? And she's like, actually, I love working here. I've been here for fucking like 20 years. I'm like, okay, all right. And I'm like, well, what do you like about it? And she's like, well, they pay us a lot of money for how hard the job is. So I like it. We get good benefits. The company donates 50% of its profit to charity. And I'm like, okay, well, they're not selling drugs here. That's weird. And I'm like, do you mind me asking, like, how much do they pay you guys? And she's like, well, I've been here for 20 years. I make more than a lot of people here, but our starting salary is $19.25 an hour is our minimum wage here.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm serious. Yeah, no, I'm serious too.
Okay, now I'm completely flabbergasted. I'm now absolutely positive that
Now that being said, while their employees are always very friendly, if you actually need one, it can be hard to find one sometimes.
Die in a car wreck on the way here, and I am in fact stuck in purgatory. And she finishes checking out. I pay for my stuff, and I was like, "Am I allowed to leave?" And she's like, yeah? And I was like, if I walk out that door right now, it's not just gonna turn into me walking back in, is it? And she just looks at me like I'm crazy, because I fucking am at this point, and she's like, no. And then I walk out, I get in my car, and I fucking go home. All right, so here's what happened. 1970, the founder of Hobby Lobby, David Green, took out a $600 loan and started making custom picture frames in his garage. And apparently that business went pretty well, because by 1972, he opened up a 300 square foot arts and crafts store in Oklahoma City. And then 2 years later,
I have willingly gone into Hobby Lobbies and came out feeling that way in the car. Going, kids, I just need a minute to collect myself before I can safely drive. And they're like, what? Oh, it's so freaking
he opens
relate.
up another one, and then another one, and another one. And the next thing you know, he's got 1,000 arts and crafts stores all over the United States of America. How is that even possible? Well, in Oklahoma in the 1970s, when he was getting started, there was a humongous oil boom, and that's where like the oil industry is primarily located, is Oklahoma and Texas. So everybody that was living in that area had a bunch of excess money. So all the housewives and stuff were going and buying a bunch of arts and crafts and a bunch of fucking knickknacks, and it just made his business explode with the oil boom. And now, hindsight being 2020, when I'm not actively surrounded by all the knickknacks and arts and crafts, you're able to step back and actually analyze it. And the business model does really work, because they're knickknacks, they're arts and crafts. They never go bad, right?
Yep.
Like, it's not like a perishable item at a grocery store that, like, I need to sell this by this time frame. Like, no, if I don't sell all the Christmas stuff this year, I'm just going to throw it in a box in the back, and I'll pull it back out next Christmas season. We'll sell it then. So
Forget that. Half the time they just give it a corner of the store, and then you could still go get it for the same price it would have been. But if you want it before next year, you can get it.
he really doesn't have anything going bad. He has no overhead as far as I'm going to lose this if I can't sell it right away. On top of that, I was correct. It was an abandoned Kmart. They literally go and seek out abandoned department stores to put Hobby Lobbies inside of to cut costs and overhead.
Shit just got real.
Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, it's actually the simplest business model on the planet. They just import a bunch of cheap shit from China, mark it up 10x, throw it on the shelf for a month. If it doesn't sell, they slap a 40% off poster on that entire shelf. Then people think they're saving money. They swoop in, they buy it all up, they assemble the arts and crafts themselves, and they sell it on Etsy. It's basically the spawn point for Etsy, essentially. It's just the chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A concept. They picked one thing they want to be good at. They became the best in the world at it. Okay, David Green is the Michael Jordan of selling arts and crafts and knickknacks. That's all there is to it. So how on earth did he do it? This is the crazy part. Nobody knows, including him.
No clue.
I literally read his entire book. It's called Leadership Not by the Book. And essentially, David Green is a super religious Christian man. He's literally the son of a preacher. And he basically says that Hobby Lobby is owned by God. He's just looking out for it. So whenever he has a big business decision to make, he prays about it and waits for God to tell him what to do. And then he does it. And somehow, it always works out. Like, the dude is literally just running Hobby Lobby off of vibes, and it's working. It's literally either got to be divine intervention, or he's the luckiest man.
He can read? Who? Fat electrician? Or the guy who owns Hobby Lobby? This dude builds binders on things. Oh my gosh. He can read. And that Echelon drink, I think that's one he's developing. Fat Electrician Man. Oh yeah, he's a reader. He's a targeted reader. I don't think he casually reads anything, but he loves to research. And man, does he research. And then he collects binders on the things he's researched. Yep.
In the history of the planet. Now, his religious convictions are also what drove him to do what I would deem as a lot of pretty good stuff, like giving all of his employees a $19.25 an hour minimum wage and benefits. They also donate 50% of their annual profits to charity, which at face value is just good in general, but also if you're working at that company making well above industry standard for being a cashier or a retail worker, and then you also get the added benefit of knowing that, like, hey, my company's making a bunch of money off my back, but a lot of that money's going back into charity. I'm doing some good in the world. So it's just good for the overall culture of the company. And then, of course, they're closed on Sunday, which, regardless of whether you're religious or not, if you work in retail, you know you're always working weekends. So it's nice for the retail workers to get a weekend day off, to get the same day off as the rest of society. Now, those same religious convictions also get him in a bunch of trouble because they've had a ton of controversies. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the vast majority of them, in my opinion, are a gigantic nothing burger. They're basically people looking for
Oh, I 1000% agree. All right. Oh, let's see which ones he cherry picks for this. Tomas died. Well, he better undie soon. This video is not that much longer.
reasons to get upset.
You took everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
Except for that time
Never.
they got busted for smuggling artifacts. That
Good
one
job,
was legit,
Tomas.
but we'll get there. We'll just gloss over the other ones real quick. They got busted because they weren't selling enough Hanukkah stuff at their Christian arts and crafts store, which, okay, like I'm willing to bet they weren't selling a lot of Muslim holiday stuff at the Christian arts and crafts store either. I don't go to Burger King.
The fact is, they usually had a variety of holiday stuff. But yes, the Christian soldiers they had more of. Never lobby. What a soldier.
And get mad they don't have fucking pizza. Like, you're looking for reasons to get upset. Okay, it's 2025. If a store doesn't have what you want, get on Amazon and order it. It'll be there tomorrow. Why are you picking fights for no reason? Next thing, they got in trouble over women's contraceptive with their insurance, and they actually took this case all the way to the Supreme Court. Like, David Green was willing to let Hobby Lobby go bankrupt and close all of them over this fight. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily a good thing, but part of me is always going to respect a man that's willing to put his balls on the line for what he believes in. So here's what happened. The birth control controversy gets played off like Hobby Lobby wasn't willing to pay for birth control with their insurance for any of its female employees. That's a partial truth. The actual truth is they weren't willing to pay for the morning after pill or the week after pill. All the other birth control was fine. Which, regardless of how you feel about it, that's on brand for an evangelical Christian. And whether that's right or not, I don't really have any strong convictions on, but I will say this, it seems very silly to take that court case.
Well, here's the problem. I never heard an employee complain about it. There were other people complaining about it on behalf of the employees. But as many people as they employed, I mean, these are people who got hired knowing where they were being hired, and they had, for the most part, similar beliefs.
All the way to the Supreme Court, spending millions and millions of dollars fighting for the right to force him to buy the morning after pill when the morning after pill is $10 fucking. You could have taken all the millions you spent trying to sue him into submission and bought every employee at Hobby Lobby 50 fucking morning after pills and gave it to him for free and just solved the fucking problem. And that's the majority of their controversies. They're all just culture war nonsense issues. But then we get to the religious artifact smuggling.
Oh, I remember one where they had a fit that Hobby Lobby was closed on Sundays. It was like, why do you care?
All right, so before we get into this, I got to give you guys some background on like tax law and tax code, just so we're all on the same page. Some of this is going to be a review for a lot of you guys, but some of this is just misconceptions that people have. Okay, so first thing we have to understand is what is a tax write-off, because a lot of people think they understand it, they actually don't.
It's when you buy something for your business and the government pays you back for it.
No.
And who pays for it?
Nobody. You write it off.
People hear tax write-off and they think, oh, that's money that they save right out of the gate. That's not really how that works. So I'm just going to give you a real-life example.
It gets deduced from what, deducted from what you're...
I make $100,000 a year and I donate $1,000 to charity, okay? People seem to have the conception that now I have to pay $1,000 less in taxes. That's not how that works. So you didn't actually save $1,000, you saved $400 and donated $600. Now it's like normal people doing charitable donation type stuff, but when rich people like billionaires and big companies, they have ways of getting tax write-offs that actually make them money. The most notorious and most famous is the fine art method, okay? So if a company like Hobby Lobby, hypothetically speaking, comes along and wants to invest in some fine art. Say they go to a fancy New York art gallery and they buy a painting for $100,000 and they sit on it for 5 years. And
Pardon me. Ugh. Sorry, I gotta move. All right, let's see. Oh, my rig is like broken. Hold on. What the heck? Uh. Okay. I don't know how I did that. Thank you for appropriately busting me, Kenny, but I was trying to fix my avatar because it was weird. It's just gonna be whatever it is now.
All right, so before we get into this, I got to give you guys some background on like tax law and tax code, just so we're all on the same page. Some of this is going to be a review for a lot of you guys. $20 million. Then the company can saved $400 and donated $600. Now it's like normal people doing charitable donation type stuff, but when rich people like billionaires and big companies, they have ways of getting tax write-offs that actually make them money. The most notorious and most famous is the fine art method. Okay, so if a company like Hobby Lobby, hypothetically speaking, comes along and wants to invest in some fine art. Say they go to a fancy New York art gallery and they buy a painting for $100,000 and they sit on it for 5 years. And then 5 years later, they hire some fancy art appraiser to come in and appraise this piece of art. And the art appraiser comes in and says, oh my God, this thing's absolutely brilliant. I think it's worth $20 million. Then the company can...
Not gonna lie, Hobby Lobby sounds like a slur. Yep, screams scandal. I don't think Hobby Lobby sounds like a slur, but if you change one letter of the second word, it does kind of sound like a slur. All right, let's keep going.
Donate that artwork to a museum, and their tax write-off is not for the $100,000 they spent on the painting. The tax write-off is for the $20 million.
Well, maybe not a slur, a euphemism.
They didn't save 40% of $100,000. They didn't save that $40,000 in tax write-offs. They saved 40% of $20 million in tax write-offs. So effectively, they paid $100,000 to get out of paying millions of dollars in taxes. Is that right? I have no idea, but it's absolutely 100% legal. Hobby Lobby decided they were going to do the same.
Aren't you clever, Tomas? Okay.
But instead of buying fine art, they decided that they were going to buy ancient religious artifacts because, well, that's what they're into. They're evangelical Christians. They want to be able to buy all these Christian artifacts as an investment, and then they could donate them to a museum, make sure that those things are then preserved for history, and they get to save millions of dollars in taxes while doing it. It's a win-win as far as they're concerned. So in like 2010, they just start buying up all the biblical artifacts that they can find. They have no experience in buying this stuff, and when you buy something like this, there's like channels and ways that you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to, I don't know, make sure it wasn't fucking stolen from another museum, for example. They don't...
Oh my gosh.
Well, what's the story, guys? So, I was laying on the couch. Oh. Doing scrolling YouTube because I didn't want to do anything. Not productive, not what you should do, but it's what I was doing.
I think that's okay. You worked hard today.
And Lizana comes up behind my head, and I shake my head because I see this white flash where her paws are. So I shake my head, and she jumps.
Oh dear.
And is really scared. She just went straight up and down. And it scares all the other cats, and then she goes running. And it gave me such a scare.
Can't believe I actually remember this news. Hi, hedgehog, blah, 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 blah. Let's keep going.
It scared the life out of me. And she just runs. There's nothing scarier than you have something go whoo, next to your head. At least to me.
Okay. It's like if a bear came up and sniffed your hair
That would be scary.
and started to raise its paw at your head.
That would be scary.
That's not nearly as scary as Lasana jumping straight up in the air. That said, if she landed wrong, you're not going to have any skin left.
It just shocked me. Is that better?
Yes.
It's very shocking.
Very shocking.
No. This one got scared, so I took her away from the other two. Won't they scare her more?
Okay. Okay. Wildcat sniff. All right, here we go.
do any of the checks. They were warned that they were going about this the wrong way. They just kept buying up thousands and thousands and thousands of artifacts, despite the fact they bought fucking chunks of the Dead Sea Scroll, which wound up later to be fake, because again, they didn't hire the right people to help them do this. And they ended up buying all these cuneiform tablets out of Iraq, including the Dream Tablet, which is part of the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh is one of the first human stories ever written down from Mesopotamia 3,500 years ago. Like, it's a pretty important artifact. It's literally like the Ark of the Covenant, Epic of Gilgamesh, and the Rosetta Stone. Like, it's crazy how important this artifact is, and they bought it. And oddly enough, it ended up being looted from a museum in Iraq in 2003, and they were not supposed to have it.
That belongs in a museum. So do you.
So around this point, the government gets involved and they start asking questions, at which point, Hobby Lobby kind of pleads ignorant, like, oh, I'm just, a billionaire and I didn't know that I had to go through all these checks and balances to buy this kind of stuff. They basically play it off like, I didn't know any better, my bad, which, you know what? Maybe, but they shot themselves in the foot because when they imported them into the US, they had them labeled in US Customs as ceramic tile samples, which not true. So they ended up getting in a shit ton of trouble.
Not ceramic tiles.
I mean, they chose the end justifies the means over it matters how you get there.
Very exciting.
There were people being devastated by how many artifacts were being lost out of Iraq, and there were a lot of people that wanted to save stuff, and it was very difficult to legally do it. They found another way.
Well, they had to return the Epic of Gilgamesh and like 3,000 other artifacts over. They got returned to Iraq and Egypt, and they had to pay a $3 million fine. But there was a bunch of other artifacts that they did get to keep. And then with those artifacts, they had them appraised, and I was able to find that the average appraisal that they got was approximately 3 times what they actually paid for them. And then they donated them to a museum and got a huge tax write-off. And that is where most people quit digging because that was enough damning evidence, and most...
Very illegal. I have mixed feelings, Tomas. I have mixed feelings. I wouldn't have personally done that, but let's be honest, there were a lot of things were being destroyed. And getting some of that stuff out of there and then giving it back to them when they could be protected better might not be the worst thing in the world if it's really important historical things. Now, if they said, oh, we're going to keep it anyway for all time, blah, 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 that might be different, but they gave it back. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I'd want to know more than a quick fat electrician video about it, but yeah, ceramic tile. They knew. They knew. Thou shalt not lie. Yeah, I just don't like Hobby Lobby. That's fine. You don't have to like Hobby Lobby. It's okay.
People just care about making Hobby Lobby look bad. I don't care about making Hobby Lobby look bad. I just want to know what the fuck happened. I like facts. I like the truth. So I asked one simple question. What museum did they donate them to? They donated them to the Bible Museum in Washington, D.C., to which I had one more question. Who owns the Bible Museum? Motherfucking David Green, the same one that owns Hobby Lobby. Do you understand what I've just told you? Okay, dude literally became a billionaire by selling knickknacks and is like, you know what? I'm into religious artifacts. I'm going to start a collection.
You know what? America, baby. I don't have a problem with that. It's still out there. Like, if I wanted to go see that stuff, I can go to that museum and see it. But it is hilarious.
The road to getting it there is a bit iffy, though.
Oh, it's beyond sus.
Because I'm a billionaire, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Which, you know what? Good for you. That's great. He starts his little collection and then he's like, you know, it'd be cool if I donated these to a museum. But also, I'm a collector. Collectors like having their own shit. That's the whole point of collecting something. How can I possibly get a humongous tax write-off and also get to keep all my cool shit? Oh, I know. I'll just own the museum that I'm donating stuff to, so I...
Can I do this to Hedgehog? Steal her and sell her? You may not human traffic Anybody with my consent, most especially my progeny. Thank you.
Still get to control everything. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, but it's absolutely brilliant. Buh! So him being super religious is all just an act so he can look like a good guy, but he's actually not. Buh! No, that's not what that means at all. It is not hypocritical for a Christian to avoid taxes, okay? At no point in the Bible was Jesus ever like, hey guys, what if we gave the Romans more money? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not co-signing everything this guy does. I'm just saying I'm good.
To myself. I don't want you human trafficking yourself either, Tomas. Please, no. We like you just the way you are.
Putting myself in other people's shoes to understand their perspective, and from a very, very Christian man's perspective, being able to give less money to the government so they can, I don't know, buy $60,000 missiles to shoot at people that live in mud huts, so he can collect biblical artifacts, put them in a museum, preserve them for everybody else, and share them with the world, hopefully convincing more people to become Christian to save them, is probably a net positive.
Tomas, you may not donate hedgehog to yourself. Katsuki says, no, meow, meow, meow.
From his point of view. I'm just saying, you can call this guy a lot of things, but you cannot say he's not a legitimate, super devout Christian. Because at the end of the day, for better or worse, he was legitimately willing to close Hobby Lobby down over the Plan B thing, and he still gives away 50% of his profits to charity. Now, granted, some of that 50% of profits is him buying cool biblical artifacts and sticking them in his museum, but again, from his perspective, that's a good thing because he's sharing the word of God and trying to, you know, help educate people and preserve it for mankind. Facts are facts, and whether you like it or not, this is 100% legal, and I usually, more often than not, subscribe to the theory of don't hate the player, hate the game. I need to start a World War II museum, buy a bunch of cool shit, and then
that'd be cool.
Myself and save a bunch of money. Anyways, thanks for watching my knick-knack-induced panic attack. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out. All right.
50% of the 50% he donates will be stolen back.
I gotta go call Brandon Herrera. Definitely not to pitch him a war hero and gun history museum. Okay, bye. Oh, wait, hold on. I actually have an announcement. All right, for 4th of July, I'm giving away a fully decked out Jeep Gladiator. It has absolutely everything. It has 44-inch wide front and rear axles, a 3.5-inch lift, aftermarket shocks, 37-inch tires with a full-size spare in the back, and custom leather interior.
Slow down, baby.
All you have to do to get entered to win is head over to Bunker Branding or thefatelectrician.com and buy.
It's a little late, but that's okay. All right, let's move on. Barrel aging, this guy. All right. I was interested in this idea because I wondered if I could use it to make vanilla extract faster. Like instead of the 2 to 6 months. That would be interesting. All right.
Mom likes sciencey stuff like that.
I do. I am definitely.
I'm probably gonna go. I just wanted to see where he was going with Hobby Lobby. I could read the text just fine. Not what you expect if you're a little craft store.
Do you guys still want subtitles? I put it on for Dwagon because he said it helps him. I can leave them on or not. It's up to you. Love you. Hedgehog, do you know?
What?
Don't. Just keep going. Just keep going. I love you. Trust me. Tomas. Go for a run. Yeah. Tomas, I don't know how to put this delicately, but we're on a farm. You see stuff, okay? With actual birds and actual bees and actual lizards and actual, you name it. Yeah, sorry, too much Fortnite. Okay, let's keep going.
Tequila that's been infused with Szechuan peppers, and this is barrel-aged orange juice. Do I start with the spicy one? This is gonna light me up. Wow! Woo! Wow, that's hot. Tastes good. My mouth is on fire. Ah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I watched like the first 90 seconds of this and said, "Yep, this would be good to react to," and I've waited for you guys. Fortnite, that's what we call it these days. Interesting is right. Okay, let's keep going.
How's it gonna flash age drinks? Oh, we'll get into it here in a bit. This is a
I bet I'm gonna get copy claimed on that music. Oh, let me break it up a second. All right, here we go.
well-studied phenomenon. Welcome in 2025. Oh, I haven't seen you since last year. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, I'll show you guys the process. I've got a lot of cursed ingredients, both things.
Whimsy drink making stream when? What kind of drink do you want me to make? And I don't have an infuser thingamabob. I could make eggnog. But I think it'd be weird to listen to me make eggnog. I don't have a way to show my avatar when I'm, elsewhere. All right, let's keep going.
To age with, like infuse with, and things to be infused. So we have a combination of stuff. Aged gamer girl bathwater. Okay, I don't have any of that to age. Otherwise I would, because it'd be awesome. Nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any nacho cheese, which is actually a shame because I use this stream as an.
Okay. Yeah, we got some pretty gross things being recommended behind him. Okay, let's keep going.
I never go to Taco Bell, but I wanted to get some Baja Blast to age. So I went to Taco Bell before stream, and now I can age some Baja Blast. Speed age a raw egg? Yeah, I plan on that one, actually.
So much cured wood to mix with the drink. I suspect he does that.
Speed age ranch dressing? Ooh, that. See, you guys have good ideas. We'll get some sauces. I got some of the basic bitch stuff down here in the basement, but we can make a run in between. The secret to all of this, the biggest thing, okay, that got me to want to try this is I saw a video. I think it was a Thought Emporium video, but I can't remember. And it was basically how to. It was from like several years ago, and it was how to speed age things using an ultrasonic cleaner. And
you got a woman in the basement?
You can
Beats me.
speed infuse something with an ultrasonic cleaner. So I got one here that I got on Amazon for a whopping $40. And I got some bourbon whiskey barrel chips, which should be, it's a ground up bourbon barrel, so it should have the same infusing power. If it doesn't, we'll try torching them a bit with the torch. Speed age wine? I do have some wine. I have some, I think I might have some $2 Chuck left, but I definitely have some Josh. Pilk infused Chinese cigarettes? Okay, see, now you're spitting. We can pilk. Well, I have Coke, not Pepsi, so it'd be kilk, but I think that's close enough. Tire operation. This is so shiny. When I put it in camera, everything else darkens to compensate. There we go. Anyway. Looks like it has a temperature set and a time set. Let me go get the jars. We can prepare.
Why would there... Anyway. See, this interested me. As expensive as some of the extracts are. Like vanilla extract for baking. You get yourself some vanilla beans. Just saying. Could pay for itself, but you'd still have to make quite a lot to pay for $40. I don't know. It's interesting to me.
It takes 30 minutes to do each infusion, so we shouldn't poke around too much here. Doors. Yeah, we got these little tiny ones. I think I can fit four in the basket at once. That's pretty good. Can fill it right below the max fill line.
I think that looks like a lot of work for a little bit of result, but it's funny for video.
Here, I'll run it with empty jars. I'm curious how loud it is. I didn't realize it was loud. I'm putting normal water in this. We don't need a cleaning solution because we're not fucking cleaning anything. Condenser mic will peak. I literally never thought of this. But I mean, it makes sense now that you say it. Like, oh yeah, it's ultrasonic. It's gonna be like a high-pitched, probably screeching noise. All right, hang on. Well, let's try it out. I'm kind of curious. Before we actually infuse anything, am I gonna need to put this on the other end of the room? Wait, how do I use this thing? For lightly soiled objects, use water and a sufficient temperature of 122 Fahrenheit, 50 C. Continuous use longer than 30 minutes is not recommended. It'll shorten the device's service life. Take a 15-minute rest break between each 30-minute. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna be running this in 30-minute increments, but there should be enough time in between they won't get too pissed. Oh wait, and then it goes into whatever the fuck language this is. Is this German? This is the longest word I've ever seen in an instruction manual. What the fuck is this? Ultra Schlackerin Gunstagrat Binzutarchenbusch. This is ultrasonic cleaner user manual, by the way. Press
Come on, move forward.
Activate. Oh, okay. I press this. That's not loud. What are you fuckers talking about? That's barely anything. I think you guys are literally... I think you just say shit. Dude.
I think I would edit his video down a little bit. I think he's finally getting to stuff, so yeah. That's what I get for reacting with you and not watching in advance. That's okay.
It just goes brrr. That's it. Let's prepare infusions. Let's try infusing plain vodka with a bunch of different things. We'll start with the sort of standard for most of what we're going to be doing with barrel aging, which is our whiskey barrel chips. These just straight up smell like bourbon, which makes me wonder, are they actually bourbon barrel chips, or did these fuckers spritz bourbon over some wood chips and then sell it to me for $10 a bag? The world may never know. I'm expecting to see cigarette-infused vodka. You'd be right.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do some different vodka infusions. Infuse it here. Let's do some cardamom. I feel like this one's gonna actually be like tasty. Yeah.
That would be good.
Grab your wood chips from the playground, spritz them with some booze, sell them. That's a hell of a hustle. The home brewers doing this are gonna blame like the phase of the moon or some shit. They ain't gonna notice the difference. Let's see. Cardamom, that one's gonna be pretty good. After that, maybe some cinnamon, maybe some peppers. I have these hot peppers. Oh, wait. Hang on. I just thought of something. What if we infused... All right, hang on. Let me cook this one. Let's set up our other one. Let's infuse one with cigarettes. We should probably only need one cigarette in here. Now, maybe we should light it up first for, Whoo! And cram this guy in here. And then, for the last one, let's see, how about we get...
Technically, he wouldn't need to add the essential oils. He could make his own. Aww. That's cute. All right. Lost wants me to be more inspirational. I think he thinks I have trash taste.
A piece of the desk, which has been just absolutely thrashed, and barrel age it with the...
Next time, Lost. I'll look at it next time.
Desk wood. I just thought of that. That wasn't a plan in advance. I just thought that would be a fun idea. So let's just take some chips off.
Ah! It was in the description. I knew it was happening.
And put it in here. So we have some bourbon barrel chips. That's gonna give you like a...
What essential oil would you add, Kenny? I mean, essential oil is already processed, right? Anise or clove might be nice.
Proper barrel
But
age.
that'd be
This
too
one has
strong.
some cardamom. This one has a cigarette. And then this one, I'm taking some wood chips from the desk, and we're gonna make desk wood barrel aged vodka, which I think could be pretty good. Get those real tannins in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a few more shavings.
Plywood. There's
I
glue
feel like
too.
this one's gonna be pretty damn
Yuck.
light.
Yeah.
We're also not gonna be putting that much in each one of these. We got the cheapest vodka we can buy. Let's see if we can turn it into something valuable. Alright, these are each like half a shot roughly. Alright, let's get these guys in here. I don't think I need a lid on it. And let's go. Alright, if that noise isn't too annoying, then we'll just let it run in the background. I'm significantly louder than it, so I don't think it's that bad, but I don't know. Alright, 5 seconds left on the ultrasonic cleaner. 3. Alright, looks like our infusions are done. Time for a delectable taste test. I mean, we just did all these alcohol infusions. You think I'm not gonna taste test them? Oh, they've changed color. That's a really good sign. Alright, this thing also has to rest in between cycles because it's not that high tech. Alright, here's our standard bourbon barrel one. You can see it's a nice brown color. Hang on, let me zoom in. I'm gonna brown. I'm shitsing. Yeah, you can see it's a nice brown. Ooh yeah. Maybe a little tricky to see through the glass.
Yeah.
Cardamom? Oh baby, that's like green. That's probably gonna be like a fucking extract. If
Yes.
this makes extracts this fast, I'm gonna get some better vodka and get
That would be more of an extract. But it technically would still be called an infusion. An infusion is not the same as an extract.
a vanilla bean going in one of these. This
Yeah,
is
okay,
made
there you
with
go. That's what I was
desk
thinking
wood.
about.
This is desk wood barrel aged. You can see it's kind of a brownish gray color. Very delectable. And then this one, oh, this one's made with a cigarette. This is cigarette aged vodka. I need some like little cups or whatever to drink this out of. We gotta filter it out. Man, the Deskwood one is like concerningly black. It's almost gray. All right, let's rank these in order. Well, I mean, let's do them one at a time, actually. Bourbon barrel aged. This one is the most likely to taste like whiskey. Wow, these are barely any.
I don't think that's gonna make it taste like whiskey.
Still be slamming like several shots of alcohol. So glad I ate first. All right. Let's get a little. It smells like it smells like a mix between like bourbon and like nail polish remover. I think maybe using a better vodka.
It feels like such a crime.
As the base would have been wise for the one that's supposed to taste good, but in the effort to keep everything equal, I use the Kamchatka for everything. So hang on a second. Let me take a little sip. We'll get the taste test. Wow. That tastes remarkably like a dog shit bourbon. You know, it did change the flavor. It did what it's supposed to do. I think if you started with a better vodka, better than $10 a handle Kamchatka, I think you would end with something that's like not bad. This one is cardamom. So you can see there's cardamom pods in there. Cardamom is a wonderful spice. It's one of the most expensive spices after saffron and vanilla. This one has a chance, I think. It's gonna be more like an extract though. So it's either gonna be like so cardamom flavored that it's like insane, or like it's gonna be pleasant. It's downhill after that one. The other one is cigarette and deskwood. There's no way those are gonna be good. I'll do cigarette last. I feel like that one's gonna be horrid.
See, I would have done the cardamom last. But it's not my video.
Cheers, let's try the cardamom liquor. Wow! Woo! That isn't bad. That's not bad, but I'm like inhaling cardamom fumes right now, dude. That's extract. That is cardamom extract the same way you would make vanilla extract. And in the same way that like vanilla extract is kind of nasty to drink straight. That's like not even a bad flavor, but I am realizing how bad the cigarette one is gonna be. Next is desk wood. Desk wood infused. This one is the most concerning color. It's like gray colored, and I think it's because there's a lot of burnt wood in it. This one's also the one I will not chug. I will pick one to chug at the end. I say, smell? That, okay. It smells like a cheap bourbon again. It smells like a bourbon mixed with like nail polish remover. All right, let's see if desk wood is good. It's not pressure. I don't think it's pressure treated. Anyway, try the desk wood hooch. Is it bad that that's like the best one? That's actually like better than, hang on a second. This is the bourbon one. And then this guy. Oh my gosh, that one tastes better. It doesn't taste good. The lead and uranium added flavor. There has been lead and uranium on this desk. I'm not gonna drink any more of this for the safety concern. However, these bourbon barrel chips are completely like plain. They're not charred. I think the char on top of the...
Yeah, I think that would make sense. That would totally make sense. Oh...
desk infuses a nice like smoky flavor in this one. This is I don't know if you can tell what's in there. There's a cigarette in there. This is cigarette infused, specifically a mint.
See, here's what bothers me. Why not do tobacco? Like straight tobacco. Tobacco could be good. It could be roasted or dried or fresh. Why would you go for cigarette with like the extra nicotine and the tar and he said menthol? I mean, ugh.
Menthol, so you know it's gonna be some good shit. Oh, oh no!
You deserved it.
One up and smell it. Oh no, dude! That's not good.
And like, isn't there a filter in those too and everything? Ugh.
There's no way, man. That tastes rancid. That smells rancid. All right, hang on. Let's give it a little sniff.
Gosh.
This one smells so bad, dude. All right, bottoms up.
Oh.
Oh, that's bad. That is actually worse than the shot. That's worse than the Sig water shot. Holy shit, that's bad. I forgot it was a menthol. That's why it's like burning. That's fucking foul, man.
Duh.
You did this. I know. I got $300 out of 2 Sig shots. I'd rather do 3 Sig shots back to back than this cigarette vodka shot. Holy shit, that's horrible. That is a horrible, horrible flavor. In the meantime, I did say I was gonna do a shot of one of these other ones. That's the desk. Or no, wait. That's the cardamom. Cardamom, desk, bourbon barrel. The desk is, I think, the better flavored. But, the bourbon barrel one is the one that I think is safe. So I'm gonna drink that. Can we incinerate it? You don't want to enter the realm of vomit tubers? I'm not doing that, dude. All right. Oh, yeah. Also, I was gonna try this one. This is the bourbon wood vodka, which makes it taste like cheap, shitty bourbon. Bottoms up, bros. Reminds me of college. This time, we're gonna do the bourbon barrel chips, but we're going to infuse different alcohols into
Must be
this and then
delicious.
taste
I don't think
test
so.
If the alcohol tastes sufficiently aged. Barrel aged ketchup, we're getting to like the more eccentric stuff. I want to try some more normal stuff, then it ramps up as time goes, you know? All right, here's our jars. Let's add our liquors. All right, we got some normal ones, we got some funny ones. Tequila, let's use this 1800. Why? Cheapest silver tequila I got on the shelf. Fuse that guy there. Next, white rum, Plantation 3-star. This is actually a really good white rum. Much better than like a Bacardi or something. This one's a little different because we're gonna be infusing these with like good alcohol. Plain soju. Never seen this barrel aged. I'm assuming We can, though. This is 18% pure, like, unflavored soju. It doesn't taste like a peach or anything. All right, and then finally, because you guys, I knew you'd ask.
Why would soju taste like a
Jeppson's
peach?
Malort barrel aged. This is a full 35% as well. This shit's already a little green, so throw that in there. Okay. And then bring this shit up to 30 minutes. This is really a test of my yapping, because I gotta yap it up while this shit ages. Let's see. I don't like the smell of this.
I don't know.
Man. This is the soju. This is barrel aged soju. Now I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm not default hating, but it smells like a moldy sock. It smells like mildew. All right, let's hit them with a little filter. Because the only thing worse than drinking mildew liquid is drinking mildew liquid with wood in it. I'm not saying this one's gonna be bad. I'm just saying, feel like if I'm gonna dislike any of these, it's gonna be... Well, no, the other one's Malort. Okay. All right, the soju...
I don't know what to say. I am
What does that
speechless
smell like? It
on
doesn't
this
smell
one,
like
guys.
mildew anymore. Now that I took it out of the thing. Yeah, it smells like burnt wood, I guess. But it doesn't... there's a differentiating. Listen, you know...
I would have
you know
thought
what
he
I'm
should
talking
smoke
about. If
the
you
wood a
don't
little bit
take my
first.
taste
Like,
notes, I'm gonna take a sip.
put a lighter over it. I don't know. What do I know?
I don't know about that one, boss. Because it's a weaker ABV, it doesn't, like, leave a searing flavor impression to quite the same degree as the other ones did. So, it's not as bad just because of that. It kind of just tastes burnt.
Henny, you need a smoke? You watch that and you want to go smoke? Didn't they ever make you go hold the lungs of the smoker since school? Hey, baby.
I don't think that happens to people other than you.
It happened to my whole generation. They bring them in like these buckets.
Fine. I don't think that
They were
happened to
really
people
gross.
outside of that.
I'm traumatized to this day, but I don't think it stopped a single person from smoking. I really don't. It might have gotten a few of the boys to decide to smoke, to be honest.
Maybe that's what happened to Kenny.
Hedge, you're wrong. We don't know if Kenny actually smokes or not. He just needs a smoke. I hope he means cigarette, but who knows? Maybe he means incense.
It tastes like you're sipping the wood
Nice
shop,
cigar.
man. Let's get us a filter on this. This is
Maybe a nice
barrel-aged Malort.
Maybe a
Now,
nice
Malort,
cigar,
for
that's
those
right.
of you
Maybe
that don't
Kenny's
know,
got some
a lot
class.
of people, you ever heard of absinthe?
I'm
Absinthe
so
is
tangled. Oh my
often,
gosh, what happened?
For a long time,
know.
it had a
Thank you.
speculation about it, that it was gonna act as a hallucinogen because it had wormwood.
Smoke
in it. And
steak.
the whole big deal, oh, that's the
Ooh.
booze made of wormwood.
Kenny got Hedge's attention. She's like, oh, steak. Ooh.
What about smoked salmon?
Ooh, smoked salmon's good too. Mm.
They're really good together.
When you said you don't want to learn about a seductive voice, you're trying to seduce him into making steak and salmon that you won't even eat. It's just about food, not other stuff.
But it's yummy together.
Yeah, why do you want to eat my brothers? You're only the brothers that were about to die anyway. It's okay. They've gone, they've done their mating, they're getting caught, they're being killed by grizzly bears, or they could be smoked and have yet another life in her tummy. It's all good. It's a cycle of life. It's a happy thing. It makes their death better. It's worth something. Oh my gosh. I don't know. This guy, I don't, I like what I'm interested in what he's doing, but I don't like how he's doing it better. You know? Anyway.
But wormwood is not the actual main flavor in absinthe. Absinthe is an anisette. It tastes like...
Honey, I have headphones on, and you keep talking to me.
Sorry, I was saying I was checking the temperature in here.
Yeah, please turn the fan on, because I forgot, and it is warming up.
Yeah, I thought it was, so I was coming to check what you meant.
Okay, I keep pausing the video, so I'm never going to finish.
going on.
Love you.
mix of herbs that goes in with that. Malort, on the other hand, is mostly wormwood. This is a wormwood spirit. Insanely bitter.
Interesting.
To the degree that a lot of people call it the worst alcohol ever. It doesn't have a horribly strong flavor. The smell of the Malort has been overrun by the smell of the wood. So let's try this one out. The Malort barrel age. So much worse. Ew. Yeah. That made it so much worse. Wow. Now it just tastes like burning bitterness. All right, hang on. We gotta wash our equipment, and then we're gonna start our next round of infusions. Now, I think it's time to get a little zesty, okay? The next round, we should infuse some more weird shit. Is the Sprite for mixing? The Sprite's for infusing. We're gonna barrel age Sprite. Though I'll keep the rest of the can around for mouth.
I think he's drinking more than he's showing us. Barrel age.
Cleansing for sure. I could make THC tinctures, except I'm not a weed smoker, so I don't have any source material on hand. Let's barrel age some Baja Blast. It's already kind of flat too, which is fine because it's gonna be flat after we barrel age it. We gotta try some Baja Blast. Let's do some Sprite.
I don't understand why
I should
he's...
label the tops of these. My alcoholic senses cannot save me here. Okay, let's do some cream. Cream. And then we could use this cream to make barrel-aged pilk, too, which is an excellent idea, I think. And then what was the last one that y'all wanted? Pickle juice! They shouldn't go bad, right? They go bad after like a year? Well, I bought these at least 4 years ago. These definitely traveled with me when I moved into this house like 5 years ago. Excellent. Unopened pickles are fine. They've been open the whole time.
If it doesn't smell bad, it's fine. It's vinegar. It's literally...
Alright. Pickle juice. Cream. Baja Blast. Sprite.
Okay.
All gonna get the barrel-aged treatment.
I was looking away when he did the cream. I thought he meant, like, cream soda. He's literally barrel-aging cream?
30 minutes in the ultrasonic. Alright, our thing just got done. Let's pull our infusions. Okay, this is wow, it looks like it's still a little carbonated. This is our barrel-aged Sprite. This is our barrel-aged Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Alright, this one's our barrel-aged pickle juice. And this one is our barrel-aged cream. There's something about the viscosity that's like slightly off in this one. Also, it heats them up doing this, so... warm Sprite. Warm Sprite, my liege. Oh, only the finest for a king. It feels viscous for some reason. It's got sugar in it, I guess. Okay, let's try barrel-aged Sprite. What's it smell like? It smells like Sprite and slightly of burnt wood. Alright, it didn't color it a whole lot. I don't think it's gonna infuse as hard as, like, vinegars and alcohols. Let's try it out, though. Wow, that's interesting. Oh. It's no longer carbonated, basically, at all. Hang on a second. I think it's viscous because Sprite is just sweet enough to be like that at when it's uncarbonated. That actually tastes better. It's just kind of there, and it's good, honestly. Yeah, no complaints, actually. That worked pretty well. What about Mountain Dew Baja Blast? Let's try that one out. I went to a Taco Bell for this. I feel like this one, it's probably not gonna be that evident that it's been barrel-aged at all, because the Sprite is kind of hard to tell, and like the Baja is gonna be... like, it's more flavorful on its own. The Sprite is more muted. Okay, that definitely smells like it has, that it's been barrel-aged. You could smell like bourbon barrel undertone to it. All right, hang on. Let's try this. Man, that's not very good. It's not horrible. Wait, can you actually buy it at the store?
Yes!
I went to Taco Bell to get this.
I don't know why. Any store would have it. Why she want to eat my brother?
What do you mean you can buy it at this? Why did Operation Soda Steel exist? I thought that was so you could get Baja Blast because they couldn't buy it. It used to be an exclusive. They sell it at the store now. Oh my gosh. Oh, you get it at Walmart. I don't go to Walmart. Is it a Walmart exclusive or can you get it anywhere? I can't.
Anywhere.
It's permanent flavor since last year.
Yep.
Nope. What? All right. This pickle juice.
Taco Bell lost their
Pickle juice,
exclusivity
which I
agreement.
feel like is
So
gonna
now they
take
have
on the
flavors of
barrel
Baja
flavor
Blast,
a
which
lot
is weird
stronger.
because it's a
Vinegar
flavor.
and alcohol infuse really
But
well.
one of them was like
Let's see.
dragon
That
fruit or something. It was
smells
actually
like a
kind of nice.
barrel of pickles. It's so prominent. Let's try this.
That'll hit ya.
Gross. That's horrible. Oh man, that's bad. Wow, that's so much worse than I thought it was gonna be. That's almost on par with the cigarette vodka.
It's
Wow,
gonna be
that's
salty
awful. That is
and
awful.
vinegary.
Okay, it doesn't like leave the lingering on the tongue like the cigarette vodka. I'm gonna take a little sip because I'm like, was that really that bad? That's fucking rancid, dude. That is so much worse than you would ever think it would be, dude. That's actually so much worse than you would think it could be. I don't know why that's so bad. It's so much. All right, a pickle will wash right out. It's 4-year-old pickle juice. It is old pickle juice, but like the pickles are fine. I'm eating them just okay. Anyway, now we have barrel-aged cream. That smells fucking horrible. It smells almost rancid. And the cream is not almost rancid. It's pretty new. It's filtered
Pretty
out.
new?
We're just gonna sip
What do you mean
this.
pretty new?
Great, baby. There's chunks in the cream?
What?
Wait, what?
Yes.
How many chunks in it? The lumps that I just filtered out were the wood.
When you age cream, it's a process.
Butter. Oh, it probably did turn to butter.
Could be butter or cheese, or it depends on how you're doing it. But kefir.
It doesn't quite smell right, man. All right, let's take a sip of the cream. Bottoms up, bro. Whoa. It's not as bad as I expected.
Gonna be oily on the
Tastes
tongue,
like
though.
Sweet cream butter with just an undertone, the lightest undertone of barrel. Hang on a second. That's like a kind of. It's not good. I wouldn't call.
Did I really too?
Like good. That would be good in coffee. I like my tea with sugar and cream. This cream would be tasty. It would actually be like pretty good. Compared to regular cream, good question. Good point.
I put butter in my coffee sometimes. It's nice.
Let's try it with regular. I'm gonna take a sip of reg. Huh. Oh my gosh, is it better? Holy shit, it's better. Oh my gosh, this tastes better than the normal cream. The normal cream has no character at all. It's just kind of thick and fatty. The flavor that's imparted in it, it's not that strong, but it actually like adds something to it. That's crazy. We gotta experiment with this.
He didn't even taste each of the 4 drinks. No, he did. He did. Okay. That was something. I'm honestly not sure what it was. Hey, Boona Boona.
You know it's mine.
Yep. Do you guys have any requests for next time? Meow. Here. Lost is apparently very into this person. I don't know about them, so I'll dangerously search on stream. That's the perfect thing to do, right?
Yeah, especially when you have it on the.
It's okay. Because I'm using the Brave, it's only this stuff.
No, I know.
Only what I've done on stream. I'm very careful. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Alright, alright, so I'm looking up. This is who Lost wants us to watch. Okay. Let's judge Lost briefly. Let's see if he has good taste or not.
I want to start off by saying that you can be any.
Yes, we must judge Lost. Here we go.
Thing that you want to be, especially on Facebook
or Instagram. I'm not on there, but that's what I hear. I just snoozed my ads for the 3rd time, so when they come, they're coming, and I'm probably gonna finish up at that point, regardless.
You can be any corporation that you want to be. This is on Black Friday a few years ago. It was always crazy. Some companies were starting to make their employees come in on Thanksgiving. They started moving Black Friday up to Thanksgiving. And then other stores, they decided they were going to stay closed on Thanksgiving so their employees could have the time off. Like TJ Maxx was one of those stores that stayed closed. And I was on their Facebook page and I saw someone wrote them like a negative message about this. Like,
all right.
This person, Trey, is like, boo, you should be open tomorrow. It's just another day. So I made a Facebook page that looks just like TJ Maxx and said, we'll be open for Thanksgiving, but only if your house is too. He's like, I'm reporting who made this rude TJ Maxx comment to me. We would read the report, but unfortunately we are still closed. And that made Trey angry. All right, now this is the Macy's Day Parade. This is the same year. On the Macy's Day Parade, it featured a kiss between 2 women, and they aired it on TV. Now this is the same Trey that we just saw writing to TJ Maxx, writing to Macy's now, saying being G... is unnatural and not okay. It's okay to be gay, and it's okay to be Trey. Love yourself. It'll all be okay.
It might be a little dry. It's funny, but it's kind of slow for reacting to on stream. Fluffy goes to India. I mean, I know I'd laugh hard at that one. I'm just not as intellectual as you, Lost. I'm sorry. I bet you'd like the engineer guy. There's an engineer guy I like sometimes. He does he does Venn diagrams. I love that. Ew, India. I say go for the 2nd video. But isn't this the 2nd one? Oh. Alright, let me go to his channel. Although I have to be careful about I've had to be really careful about the comedy people. I thought this was a, like, inspirational guy. But the comedy people I get copy claimed on really bad. Lady, this whole video is so funny and entertaining. It implies that you're also intellectual, Kenny. Lady, what? Excuse me, what? You, India, I say go for the 2nd video. But I will look. Hold on. But I also was avoiding congressmen because I'm trying not to be, political. Yeah, I might have to watch that one first a little bit to see how it's going. There's a shorter version, that's better. Alright, and then from here, whoa, don't get me in trouble, don't get me in trouble. And apparently we can't watch Fluffy go to... Is Speedy Gonzalez good? What, you think I was watching all this time in silence? I tried to be funny. I just have to be super careful. Like with him, I only get hit on his music. But with some of them, I get hit. I don't know about the Gorilla Media. So let's see if I get hit on that one. If I don't get hit on that one, I'll be willing to do something Ben Palmer for you next time, Lost. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to see me react to? I've got This Old Crack House Part 6 lined up. I'm probably not going to finish the AJ Wilkerson on stream. It was really super funny, and then it was getting super heavy, and I bet it gets super funny again, but I don't know if stream is the place to navigate something so long. You see how it is? Yes, it is time for me to be shutting up, do a skip through. Yeah, I could do that. Let's see. Let's see. If he played it out right, he's got the heavy stuff in the middle, maybe around here? Let's see.
I did back. I just said it out loud. I said, "Gotcha, bitch." And then it was my turn to type in all caps. And I said, "You don't think autism and ADHD might have been known by different names before people started researching them and then discovered them and renamed them?" And he said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Motherfucker, autism and ADHD have been around the entire fucking time." I said, "ADHD has been around so long, there's a children's fable about it. You ever heard of the tortoise and the hare?"
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that one works on a skip through.
He's back. Frenchie!
Frenchie!
You look smashing, darling. This is great. And this is the Japanese choco pie. I've never had Japanese choco pie before. I did not touch a single cookie from this.
Give me those.
I promise.
Give me those.
Hey, before I continue, damn, calm down.
Give me those.
Welcome to the So You Want to Get Fat podcast. I'm your host, not your typical chef, Brian Sao. And today with me, he's back. My one.
My only. Frenchie!
Buttery ball of goodness.
Frenchie!
How do I look?
You look smashing, darling. Smashing. Oh, whoops.
You look.
Alright. I've still got this up here. Boop, boop, boop. I want to see if I get hit by 800-pound Gorilla Media when I go and I transfer my videos to YouTube. So I've got to see if I get hit. If I don't get hit, I'm willing to watch more. This Old Crack House I know I'm okay on. And these guys I know I'm okay on. As long as I don't play their music. But I'm also willing to do something else. And you guys can always put in Discord your recommendations. You want to get hit by an 8-pound gorilla? I think the point is I do not want to be hit by an 800-pound gorilla. But thank you. That would be my point. Every time I do the comedy, like I like the little guy who was like the fireball, he was a lot of fun, but I got copy claimed by his channel that puts him out there, the laugh whatever. I don't know about 800-pound gorilla media, but I just need to see, because a lot of the stand-up comedians, they hit you hard. The AJ Wilkerson doesn't. Fluffy, like I said, normally I don't get hit, but it depends on who's posting it. Sometimes I do. I gotta be careful. Anyway. Yeah, I'm smaller. I do not want to be hit by anything that is 800 pounds. Thank you very much. That would be the death of me. Stethoscope unboxing? I guess you could make a video out of anything. What do you put it on your own heart and go, yep, it works, or nope, it doesn't. It feels nice on the ears. Casio de Pepe? Vapes, smoke cooked. Yeah, no, thank you. Okay, I can't. I think the Uwu Slabs was interesting, but I think I need the person to be a little more engaging than he was. He's yeah. My brain. This does show up recommended with this, so let's just see if I get hit with it. Alrighty, guys. Cheese bucket. I don't see a cheese bucket. Instant cold food. Why would you have a cheese bucket? I'm trying to listen, Kenny. I'm looking for cheese bucket. I don't see a cheese bucket. Random. You just want me to put cheese bucket in the search and see what happens? I mean, why not? Yeah, I want to be very careful about. What? It's a challenge? Oh dear Lord in heaven. Why? Why? What do people make challenges out of freaking everything? Filling a bucket with KFC mac and cheese? That's nasty. I said that random, sure, huh? Apparently, Costco is now selling a 27-pound bucket of mac and cheese with a 20-year shelf life. Can you imagine? It's the apocalypse. You open this baby up. You don't have electricity. You don't have to wait a way to cook it. You can have environment, temperature, mac and cheese until it gets gross and dies. Or you have to have 180 meals of it in one go. That is, wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. No, don't hit me. You know what could be fun? Hold on. Some of these are fake. Some of them are real. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm just done. I can't absorb more. I'm at capacity. So, I hope, wait a minute. I think that we should raid somebody, Kenny. I think we need to raid somebody. Nuh-uh, I'm not. I think so. Mr. coming in my chat and talking and trying to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing on my stream? Oh, heck no. Wait, that's the wrong place. No, see, no, you're already over there, I bet you. You're already over there. Yep. You are. I'm sending you. Oh, Lipsy, no. Have a fun time. Have fun. He looks like Kratos.